So that is number 2. Then next one. Okay, I think some of you, I'm not going to ask you all results now, but anyway, please raise the hand. Those who are from Sri Javarathanapura Education Zone, please raise the hand. Those who are from Sri Japura Zone and the schools, those who have done the O-level exam. That's a lot. How many of you have done the Japura Zone students? So there are 7. Okay, right. So 7 of you from Sri Japura Zone. So you can see your O-level results now. Nearly out of all the education zone in the western province, you can see here this time science results. Out of all the zones in the western province, Sri Javaran zone first place, ranking 1. So 77.52% pass rate. Last year it was 75.98. Colombo zone second and Gampa third. Right? So the zonal while your 2020 O-level results. O-level results. Then next one. Anyway, A-level paper class not like the my previous one so you can unmute and reply. You can ask any questions. You can put in the chat. Don't hesitate to ask any questions, or even after the class you can send a message through the WhatsApp voice message or text message. And so remember last few years science first western province Japura zone. So I am also attached to that Sri Jarma education, so therefore I am proud of that. But anyway, the students, the credit should goes to all the teachers and everyone, right? Even including your grade 1 teachers. And if you take island-wide results, you can see here. Now this is the most interesting part. Actually, this time we thought. The rural areas, the students will not perform well the oral exam because they have the connection problem, not having these the smart devices and all. But anyway, this time also you can see out of all the educational zones in Sri Lanka, you can see here Sri Javardhanapura, Walasmulla. You can see the educational zone Walasmulla district Hambantota province, southern province. Pass rate, highest pass rate in the country. Like you can see this is Walasmulla. So it's like kind of actually not only 2020 oral results, so even last few years main subject, if you take science also first Walasmulla, maths first Walasmulla, highest pass rate. Second highest Monaragal, Tanamalvilla educational zone. Then you can see Colombo educational zone 10th, island rank 10th. So island first Walasmulla, that is in Hambantota district. Right. Now you can see there's no excuse. They don't have very top tuition masters, and they rural areas they don't have much facilities, but they have managed to get even if you take A-level results also, most of the maths and bio, physical science and bioscience. Mostly the maths actually sometimes in Jaffna also, northern province also there are island ranks, and the southern province also. Even top schools in Colombo, most of the students, those who have done the scholarship exam and O-level 9As, and those who have got the highest marks, so they will leave that school and join the top schools in Colombo, popular schools. Then the credit goes to that school, not to the village school. So this is what happened. So therefore, remember now we have so many resources in the western province, and so you can see the secret behind. I'll tell the reason also later why the highest pass rate those schools. There are 2 reasons. So the students commitment and dedication also matters here. Okay, so I want to tell something about your overall results also, that's why I thought of sharing these 2. Right. Then next one. Okay, I told about the resource book and the results, and then this is the teacher's guide. How many of you have got the teacher's guide? Now teacher's guide for the teachers, but anyway, I strongly recommend you to refer this also. Not only the resource book, you refer the teacher's guide also. Term wise breakdown they have given, how many lessons, and the so teacher's guide also you have. So you can see the number of topics and the number of units. There are 14 chapters, and you can see the longest lesson, 12th lesson, equilibrium, 94 periods, right? That is physical chemistry. I don't know whether you updated about these things, but anyway, this is the first day I'll mention about everything. Right. Okay, Sishan, those who have not got the teacher's guide and the resource book, please send a request after the class. I'll send personally to your WhatsApp group, or else I'll put all this common to the to the common group, WhatsApp group, or personally I'll send you. Please send a request those who have not got the teacher's guide and as well as the resource book. Actually, this is out of all this, if you want, you can mark this. Those who have got the hard copy, if you want, you can, or else you can separately write it. There are 4 areas: physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry, general chemistry, and organic chemistry. Actually, this first, second, third, that's under general chemistry, right? So this is under general. I put GC, general chemistry. And unit 4 and 5, that is physical chemistry. I put PC. Unit 4 and 5, physical chemistry. Then next one, this unit 6 and 7. Unit 6, I put IC, inorganic chemistry, right? Inorganic chemistry. Then unit is a different color. Unit 7 to 10. Unit 7 to 10, organic chemistry. I put OC, organic chemistry. Anyway, I assume you are theory teachers, or the theory class, or the teachers, or maybe you have, if you have not, maybe some of you are updated about these things, but anyway, I'll tell the first day all the important things also. And I strongly advise you to use 4 separate CR books for these 4 areas, because the A level paper, the questions also you get under this. Then again, okay, good. Okay, okay, yes. So then unit 11, 12, 13, you get physical chemistry. I put PC, and this is industrial environment. This one you are getting the questions under inorganic and physical combined, right? So this industrial and environmental chemistry part. So this is a separate lesson. So out of this, the hardest part is this physical chemistry. Hardest part for most of the bio students. Math students, so the physical science, they find it a bit difficult because more calculations involved. And general chemistry, you have theory part, memorizing part, calculation, all 3 involved. But remember this chemical calculation part, even though you learn this separately, this chapter, some students they find this hard, but it is directly linked with physical chemistry lessons, especially this equilibrium lesson. So it's linked with physical chemistry lessons, and even under inorganic chemistry. Only from calculation you will not get questions. So after completing the syllabus, calculations will be linked to the inorganic chemistry and physical chemistry later. That's why you find it difficult here, because you learn separately without doing titrations and physical chemistry lessons. So you have they have given this separately. That's one problem in the syllabus anyway. Okay, so that is about the content of the syllabus. And you can see there are 2 longest lessons here. One is 94 periods equilibrium lesson, unit 12 physical chemistry, and then 64 periods inorganic chemistry. Those are the 2 longest lessons. You can see the first 3 lessons actually not that lengthy. Even the 4th lesson also, the number of periods allocated is less. So remember, when they set the questions in the A level paper, they put the same weight. A level paper, they put the same weight, like the proportion, like you get more marks for this section, physical chemistry, with compared to. So that's you can have an idea by looking at the number of periods. So this 65 period, this also a bit. So these are the 3 longest lessons. Last lesson 65 periods, and then the highest 94 periods of physical chemistry. Then this is the second highest 64, and then this is the 3rd longest lesson, right, content wise. Then Okay, so I will share this with you. I'm not going to discuss theory today because most of you have done the theory lesson. Okay, I have shared. Okay, one more thing, those who couldn't get this resource book and stuff, I will okay, look at this. You can use these few websites here. I think you already know some of these websites. Department of Education, Department of Examination website you can use. You can download prototype papers. Prototype papers. You can see here the website DOENETS. You can get prototype questions, marking scheme with question papers and evaluation report, examiners report. So that is one. Okay, I'll give you some useful links here, web links, and the other most important one. You can see here Education Publication Department website. So but anyway, of course, A level there are not textbooks, there are supplementary books, right? Supplementary books. Then Education Publication Department, so you can download any textbook and some I mean the other materials, teaching materials. So other than the textbook also available here. Sometimes in the future they will upload digital books also here. Then this is nie.lk, National Institute of Education website. You can download teacher's guide. You can go to this English medium. I think some of you already know, but anyway, if any one of you have not used this, you can use download English medium syllabus and downloads English medium teacher's guide and downloads English medium other materials. Here, can you see? I told you I will share that, but anyway, you don't have to request from me. If you go to this website and download English medium other materials, you can get the chemistry and physics and biology resource book, right? And syllabus you can get in any medium, English medium, Tamil medium and Sinhala medium. Then so you can select the medium as well as the grade. And next one, this is the other resource available. I don't know how many of you, maybe sometimes in all also you might have used. I also have done some lessons. YouTube channel, NIE, National Institute of Education YouTube channel, official YouTube channel. There are some lessons. Imagine in the theory class, if you have missed any lessons, I'm not in all the videos here uploaded here, not under, I mean not good, but done by different teachers. From Vishaka, from Devi Balika, from Royal. So the top teachers, so mostly those who are going for marking and all. So they have done some lessons in Guru Gedara program. So you can, I think mobile view, I don't know whether it's visible, but anyway, if you go to if you're using laptop or desktop, then you can English medium section, English medium grade 12 and 13 one, you can see the English medium videos, English medium videos, sometimes practicals also uploaded there, right? So you can use that to revise any lesson that you have missed, because it's YouTube channel, so it won't get deleted, so it's available. And they have uploaded more lessons now. Practicals also they'll be uploading, because practicals you can't do in the school now, so the schools are closed. Even I have done here lessons, so the grade 9, 10, 11, A level also I have done some lessons here. Guru Gedara program, right? I am not aware of this DP education English medium A level I have not seen, but anyway I am not aware of that. I don't think they are mainly focusing on grade 6 to 13. They are telling grade 1 to 13, but I am not sure about that. You can check, right? Then right, I have done some lessons in the Guru Gedara program. And then this is the other important website, Ministry of Education, gov.lk. There are some prototype papers. When they introduce new syllabus, collaboration with the Ministry of Education and Department of Examination, there are some prototype papers. So it's available in the Ministry of Education, MOE Ministry of Education .gov.lk web. Okay, that part. And the other most important one, e-Taksalav. Please raise the hand those who have access e-Taksalav. That is also under Ministry of Education. How many of you have access to e-Taksalav? Okay, so they have updated this also. You can sign in as as a student. As a student, you can register there. So then you can access most of the English medium here. There's a separate section. check anything they have uploaded. That also will be useful one. Itaksalawa, okay. Then there are some LMS also, learning content, LCMS, learning content management system. Actually, Sri Javadana zone also we have already started a separate learning content management separate under Itaksalawa, separate category under that. And the term test paper, so you can see here English medium section. Sometimes this grade 12 and 13 under this one you can get the school term test papers. Some of this top schools, the term test papers and the marking scheme you will be able to download. Recently I couldn't check here, but you can check that also. Itaksalawa, English medium section, grade 12 and 13, you can go to the subjects. Then so this is the next one, the new syllabus, new curriculum implemented in 2023, and A level you are doing in 2023. So then this is not applicable to your one, but anyway they are planning to make O level in August and A level in December. Not confirmed yet, most probably after 2023. O level will be held in August and A level will be in December. But sometimes they might implement this from 2023, but not sure about that, not confirmed, but anyway they will implement this in the future. Then all the students, they don't need to wait long time to do A level. I mean after, so that to make this gap, to reduce the gap. And the other most important thing, after 2000, those who are doing 2024 grade 11, they will be doing A level in 2026 A level. So for them there's that is the next syllabus revision. There will be a complete change of this syllabus after 2023. That means sometimes actually you will that will not be effective for this 2023 A level batch. They will consider 70% marks from the school based assessment and 30% marks from the national level exam. So that is a change. Then you have to earn this from the projects and the the assignment and the attendance and practicals and research work. You have to earn that from the school, and the written exam they will consider less marks until grade 11 is confirmed, but A level they have not confirmed whether they are going to implement that also. Then you will have to earn that from the school. That's about, okay, so that is about this the useful websites or the some resources you can use, right? Then let me show you, some of you have right, so this is what I have shared with your WhatsApp group. Actually I wanted to know whether you have done the lesson, that's why I didn't post this before. But anyway, I'll discuss some questions here, and you will be able to, next time I'll share the paper before, at least few days before the online class, right? Then you have enough time to do it. So anyway, this paper class, this time is confirmed. So this is a permanent online class, and I will not be having time to do physical class. So until your A level exam, this is permanent online class, and that is number one. Number two, my past experience, 2022 A level batch, I am doing a paper class. Actually they haven't done actually even 50% of their syllabus yet. So then I had to explain quickly the theory, the summary note of the theory, and I am doing the papers with them. They are comfortable with that. Example, organic chemistry, they haven't started, but I started organic chemistry revision without theory. They haven't done the theory, but I did it. So they were doing it well. Now they are answering the papers also, LL papers, the questions. Okay, so I am giving the what they are expected to, learn. I will give a summary of the lesson, and I will share a short notebook, and then they can manage the questions. That is also but anyway I don't know, because sometimes what happened that they are, when I'm going to start the next lesson, then they are telling, sir, we haven't done the theory. So then I can't wait until they complete the theory. It takes long time. Then I will be, not be able to do the complete revision before their exam. Okay, so that's one past experience. So let's see your batch also whether that problem, if that problem arises, I will do like that. Then one more thing. Now some of you have mentioned about this different parts here. Most difficult ones, structure and bonding, chemical calculation, structure and bonding, chemical calculation, secondary interactions. Okay, before all this I want now general chemistry, right? General chemistry, actually you should be familiar with the periodic table. A-level chemistry paper, both MCQ and both MCQ paper as well as essay type paper, the periodic table is given, and calculators are not allowed. Now from 2020 2019 onwards, A-level accounting paper, calculators were allowed, right? Calculators were allowed, and from 2019 onwards, and A-level, I think engineering technology also calculators were allowed, right? Calculators are, but none of the other subject they allow the calculators. Okay, so I think the next paper most probably they will allow the calculators. I feel chemistry paper, A-level chemistry paper or physics paper, they will allow the calculators, but not the memory calculators. Normal scientific calculators they will allow because logarithm and to calculate the pH. I think London A-level and O-level both. London A-level and O-level, Edexcel and Cambridge both, they will allow the calculators as well as they will give the periodic table, and they will give the equation also. Equation also no need to memorize. Therefore, okay, Chanit is asking questions, do we need to memorize the periodic table? No need, Chanit. Periodic table is given with the paper. Periodic table given long form of the periodic number, but that periodic table contains only the atomic number. Right? The periodic table they will give, but symbol and the atomic number only. Symbol and the atomic number, right? With both MCQ paper as well as essay type paper. Therefore, no need to memorize the periodic table like in O-level chemistry. Relative atomic mass, RAM. Relative atomic mass they will give separately under each question. Imagine if you are given a calculation, if you need RAM, they will give that within brackets separately. But the periodic table, the long form, they will not consider the that one. Right? If you have any other doubts or any question, you can ask. You are free to ask. You might, Then, so I recommend you. I have shared this one periodic table. I will give you that website also, very useful. You can note down this website, Royal Society of Chemistry. Royal Society of Chemistry website, and IUPAC periodic table, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemist. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemist. You can use that. This is this is the one. You can go to this Royal Society of Chemistry. If imagine when you are answering, especially general chemistry, frequently you have to use the periodic table, ionization energy and the physical state. You can see the screen, right? What is this called? rsc.org/periodic table. What is the website? RSC means Royal Society of Chemistry periodic table. Because everything, remember, everything that you download from the internet not reliable, right? Everything that you get from the social media and the website not reliable. Therefore, this is one of the very reliable website. Because if you search in Google images, even periodic table, you get even million hits. If you just type in the Google search the periodic table, you will get so many periodic table. Then some of the periodic table, so it's not reliable, the data information given there. Therefore, that's why I thought of introducing this one. Frequently you need to refer the periodic table. This is no need to download, you no need to install. You can it's like it's online. No need to install any app here, no need to download it. At any time you can just search in the Google or Royal Society of Chemistry website, then you will get it. Why it is useful? Guidance, yeah, this year AL postponed to January or February. Does it affect to our exam? No, no, no. Your exam, actually they haven't, even the government, like the ministry, they haven't thought about your exam. Their priorities this year to keep the grade 5 scholarship exam and A level exam. It is already postponed until end of November, right? A level exam. Most probably they will that will be held in January or February. Most probably January, right? It will not be held in November for sure, because they have not even applied the students are, the application also not processed, because the teachers and the principal, I mean the principals, the government school strike still is going on. Therefore that will not affect your one. So you should get prepared 2023 August. So don't ever think our exam also will be postponed, we'll be having after. No, you get prepared. You have to plan your syllabus to complete. If you can complete that before, that's better, but at least by 2023 August, that is your target, right? Now why this periodic table is important? If you come across any question related to the periodic table, you can easily go to this one. If you, okay, I'll tell you, I'll brief how to use information here easily. Imagine now you have run the SPD block, right? If you click S block elements, it display here. If you go to P block elements, so you can see here. If you click here D block, you can see the D block elements. If you go to F block you don't have for A level F block. And if you go to group 1, group 2, so period wise, you can see, you can view group wise, group 1, right? Group 18. Remember now A level, we don't use that UK convention group 1 to 8. We use now USA convention, the long form of the periodic table, group 1 to 18. Now they use group 18, group 13. We use a no level group 3. Now it's become group 13. So if I put here group 13, you get here what? Boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, thallium, right? And there are OG, the last element discovered, OG, that is 118 elements discovered so far. And the other most important thing is here, imagine you want to find whether it's a metal or non-metal. So if you click on metals here, only metals get highlighted. If you click on non-metals, so only non-metals get highlighted here, right? Non-metals here. If you take the long form of the, you can get A-level chemistry paper. Within the first 10 MCQs, they can give which of the following is correct regarding these elements in the periodic table. You can take, they can give MCQ. Most of the elements are metals. Most of the elements are non-metals. Most of the elements are solid. Like that, you can get MCQs. You should be familiar with the long form of the periodic table. This is like the chemistry alphabet. Chemistry alphabet. Without knowing the alphabet, you can't do English. Like that, without knowing the symbols of the element, you can't do chemistry. Right? Therefore, you should be familiar with the periodic table. Even the periodic table is given to you with the paper, my advice, if you are familiar with the group 1 elements, no need to waste time by turning the paper that side and this side to refer the periodic table, right? So when you are familiar with the periodic table, it's easy to answer the questions. They will give ionization energy, increase in order, descend in order, ascend in order. Then if you know the position of the elements, then it's easy to get. Therefore, my advice, please use this, at least this website, to get familiar with the periodic table. Now one more information. Now imagine now if I want to check the solid, liquid and gas, right? Solid, liquid and gas. Now if I go to okay, I can check the temperature here. You can see what is the, now this is very high. If I set the temperature 25 Celsius, 25 Celsius, okay, I'll set the Kelvin and Celsius temperature 25, right? I'll increase this gradually up to 25. Then you can see when I change the temperature, you can see here the physical state changes. You can see this is 24, 20, say 25, say 25. So at 25 degrees Celsius, you can see what are the liquid elements. There are 3 liquid elements. There are 3 liquid elements. What are the 3 liquid elements? Francium, mercury and bromine. Once in the A-level chemistry paper, they ask MCQ, past paper, which of the following is a non-metallic liquid? Which of the following is a non-metallic liquid? So then they have gone bromine, mercury. So the non-metallic liquid is, I put non-metallic liquid is mercury. Like that, you can get MCQs, non-metallic liquid. And somebody can ask how many gases at room temperature in the periodic table. How many elements exist as gases? Or which, sometimes they give the question like this. Which period contain highest number of gaseous elements? Which group contain highest number of gaseous elements? Like that, there are past paper questions. I will show you that. And if you take the liquids, so there are 3 liquids at 25 degrees Celsius, 3 liquid. But if I increase the temperature here, not only these 3, some other elements also will turn into liquid. Example, cesium. If I increase the temperature here, you will understand. Okay, I'll increase the temperature gradually here. You can see when I increase the temperature, now is 3 elements liquid. Now you can see cesium and gallium also became liquid. Gallium and cesium also became liquid at 30 Celsius. Therefore, with the temperature, external temperature, the solid liquid gas or the physical state will change. That also very important. Anyway, please raise the hand. Has anyone of you have used this RSC. Royal Society of Chemistry website, the periodic table? If you have used this, then no need to waste time. That's why only Shishan has used it. Right? Okay. Right. You can pass the message to your teachers and the other friends also to use this. Then the other one, gases. You can see gaseous one green. So the gaseous one green, hydrogen. How many gaseous elements? Hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There are 11 gaseous elements in the periodic table. So out of 118 elements, gaseous elements only 11 out of 118. So therefore, out of all the elements, most are solid. So you can get this term, which of the following is correct regarding the elements of the periodic table. They can get MCQ. So most are solid. Then second highest gas. Then lowest liquid elements. So those things you should know. Right? Highest, if you take metal, non-metals, you should know that. If you only can copy down that. Out of all the elements, solid highest, second highest gas, third highest liquid. Only 3 liquid elements. If you take metal, non-metal and metalloids, so the metals highest, more than 80 metals. Right? Then you get non-metals, then you get metalloids. Those things you should know. Sometimes they can give the structure to say the questions, right? Like this, arrange them in this order, right? Ascending order, descending order, like that. And not only that, okay, you can check the temperature and you can check whether it's going to be solid, liquid or gas. Okay, I'll again reduce the temperature. That means what? Now do you understand? With the country, the physical state will change. Mercury in some other countries will be, not mercury actually, the cesium. Cesium in some countries can be Dubai. Cesium can be definitely what? Liquid. In Dubai, cesium is a liquid because temperature is around 45 Celsius. But in Sri Lanka, at 25 Celsius, cesium is solid. But if you increase the temperature even in Sri Lanka, imagine Colombo, if there's a school in Colombo, temperature 30 Celsius, then what happens? Cesium and gallium both has turned into liquid. So these things you should know. Therefore, don't just memorize cesium is a solid, cesium is a liquid. You can't tell like that. It depends on the temperature that exists. The temperature, okay. That is also very important, and you can check lanthanide, actinide, not necessary, and visual element images. You can any element you can click on that. I'll give one example. I'll put here mercury. Right? If I click on mercury, you can see you can get all the information about mercury. Discovered date, they will give discovered bio, allotrophic forms, boiling point, melting point, electronic configuration. Sometimes when you are answering questions, you have a problem whether this element, the configuration, no atomic number, physical state or group, period, boiling point, melting density, and all this. Some of the information data you find it difficult to from the resource book even. Then you can use this, right? And even history of this, uses and properties. They will give appearance, uses, biological role, natural abundance. They will give everything. Right? And China is the main producer of mercury. China, the main producer. And how does that exist in the nature? So it will give everything. And not only that, supply risk and all these oxidation state and isotopes of mercury. See, all the isotopes of mercury you can see here. And natural abundance. Which isotope has the highest abundance? Mercury 202. So this isotope, atomic mass. So therefore, even there's a video also. Therefore, share this with your friends also. I think it's good. Okay, that is the first day I thought of telling the all this because digital platform you should use maximum resources. Don't limit only to the teachers. Not don't limit only to the teachers. One, since you are doing English medium online, since you are using you can access now, not like earlier. Even your parents will not restrict you. Write the search the correct thing. Mostly the students are searching the wrong thing in the web. Ne? So search the right. So these 2 years you have to be very your commitment, dedication important. Remember, there are students those who have got O level 9s, A level 3 simple passes. I have so many examples. A level, O level 9s, don't overestimate because of your 9s. There are the students those who have got 9s but A level 3 S's. I know one of my the staff member in the department, uh, daughter. So 3 simple passes, then one got 3 W's, right? O level 9A's, A level, I think she's max 3, as I remember, 3 W's. And the other most important thing, the students also get say 6 A's, 2 B's, 1 A. Sometimes they get A level 3 A's. I have so many examples. Even when I was doing A level, my friends also like there were instances like that, right? So therefore, don't underestimate or don't overestimate because of your results. Your O level results has no direct connection with your A levels. So because some students, some parents now tell you didn't get you couldn't get A for maths and science. I don't know whether this my son will be able to pass A level or sometimes they propose you now let's better to do commerce or arts now, so shall we change the stream. Don't, if you have the interest, if you are committed, and I mean your dedication matters more than your talent now, the skills, right? A level your commitment, dedication, interest matters. That is my advice I can. So even if you have got 9s, if you want to do arts if you like it. Even if you have got 3 A's, what is the minimum results do A level science? Science C and maths S. That's the minimum results required. But the schools, they put different rules because of the number of applicants. Example, Vishaka, of the A level students from the school itself, all the classes get filled A level bioscience single medium. So they don't have much space. Maximum 2 classes they open, around 80 students. Last year also they got I think more than 900 applications. Only 80 students selected for Vishaka last year A level batch. From English, 2 classes actually single medium. 2 extra classes because the rest get filled from the school itself, from the O level batch. And A level English medium they start only 1 class, right? Max 1 class bio, that is including the school students. Then they will take only few students from outside. That also they give highest priority for the 9s. And then those students, if they don't have the previous school A level, then only they will the priority with 9s. And with that also, if there are more applicants, and then the next selection criteria, if you have performed any national level, any sports, the colors, that also they will consider. But they will not give any priority even if you give the president letter or secretary of ministry this one letter, or if you give even billions of money to the school. No, A level, from O level to A level, from grade 5 to grade 6, and from grade 1 admission, they can't change for any reason, right? That criteria they will not change. But anyway, for A level, if you only can join a good school based on your results, that is your choice. Okay, those things also bit important. Since I couldn't address you after all the results anything, I thought of giving this information also. And so don't overestimate or don't underestimate your results. Please work hard, forget about your all results. Whatever you got, there's no barrier. If you work hard, you can use it, right? And there's one more. Instead of this, if you have any problem with this Royal Society of Chemistry website, also you can use. Other than that, you can use search in the Google. What is this? IUPAC periodic table. I have shared that field also. IUPAC periodic table. If you search IUPAC, what is IUPAC? International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. That also you can use. This is also a standard periodic table. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. This also, if you sign in here, you will get a post like big. They will post to your mail address. You can download the printable PDF version. That's what I have shared with your group. you can get A3 PDF and you can print it and you can paste on your, because when you buy the like digital ones from the bookshop, sometimes there are some, yeah, not reliable 100%, right? So you can use this website also. Please go through this also. The convention they use name in new element, right? Assign, validation of an element discovery. So a lot of how to name a new element. See, some of the teachers even they don't know about this information. How to name a new element? The new collective names. How it's happening, right? Standard atomic weight. So this is the international body, right? International Union of Vienna. Even physics also there's some you need this organization. Reliable websites. No one can tell, even your teachers cannot tell, and that is wrong. You can tell I got this from the UPSC one. So therefore, there are journals, books, and projects. So you can please use this. Get the maximum. Don't limit only the teachers not. Right? Okay. So that is before I start the paper. So I want to share this with you. These few things because it will be useful to you, at least maybe your friends even. Then this is the first paper, revision paper. Actually this I have the same paper I shared with you. This is 2022 A-level batch, the one that I have done. I shared with your group also. So I think you haven't done this paper, but anyway that's all right. I'll explain. You can post the answer to the chat if you know the answer, or else no problem. I'll explain. Next time you can do the paper beforehand, and then you can keep the answers ready. Then you can. Actually, my main target, not just the answer, the theory behind these questions. Right? Okay. So we'll start with the first paper. This is general chemistry. I think anyway you need to revise this one. You need one periodic classification. I don't know who has put that, but anyway that's periodic table. You can use that. Chemical bonding, no, mostly chemical bonding and chemical calculation. I think most of you are written, right? Anyway, I will go through one by one because today only I got this name, so I will address to all this. Don't worry, right? I will not tell your name. Third doesn't sums have to do. Okay, chemical calculation, secondary interactions. Okay. Electronegativity and ionization. Anyway, those are the areas where anyway you are getting questions also. Right. Then let's see the paper. Okay. All right. Stop this. There are a few students actually they were asking the recording. Anyway. I have a separate YouTube channel also. All the recordings I will be uploading to the YouTube channel also. I'll be sharing those later, because sometimes okay, now you are doing this general chemistry papers, but 2022 end of 2022 you can't remember what you had done, right? Then in physical classes you can't do it now. You need the individual class or some other teacher to do it. But here you can refer those previous videos recording. I will not delete it. I will keep until your A-level exam, the paper class recording separately in the YouTube channel. But immediately after the class, if you want, maybe sometimes that can happen, or your connection problem or different reasons, so you will miss the lesson maybe in the middle or halfway through. Then you can request the recording after the class. Even after the, even if you have joined the online class, if you feel like that part did bit fast, I want to go through this that section slowly, and I want to revise that again. I want to listen to this again. Then you can send a request after the class. I joined the class today, but I want to revise that. I want to listen to that again. You can request the recording, no problem. Then cloud recording lasts maximum 3 days. Within 3 days you can watch it. After that, later it takes time to upload to the YouTube also. I will share that also later, like maybe after a few months. If you want to refer that lesson, I will put the like topic wise, general chemistry or inorganic, or the paper also I'll put the title, then you can easily watch it, right? Okay, so those I'll do from my side. I'll do my maximum, right? So when they ask geometry, what should we write? The shape of the element or the electron pair geometry? Good. Okay, I'll give answers for all this. Okay, I'll here itself now I'll give. There are two things. If you only can write that, when they ask geometry, there are two things: electron pair geometry and molecular geometry. molecular geometry and electron pair geometry. When it comes to the electron pair geometry, that also the arrangement of all the electron pairs in the valence shell. So what is the question he asked? Mega Prashant sir, when they ask geometry, what should we write? The shape of the element, not element, anyway, you can't tell the shape of the element. Actually, shape of the molecule, no? If they just ask geometry, it refers to the shape of the molecule, right? Okay, you can write down if you want. I'll give that summary also. In the A-level paper, there are questions like that. When they refer geometry of a molecule, there are two things. Molecular geometry. Molecular, if you can copy down this in a short term, molecular geometry. And the other one, electron pair geometry. There are some past questions like this. Electron pair geometry. Electron pair geometry. So now the question he asks, when they ask the geometry, what it refers, how do we know? That's what you asked, Mega, right? Mega, right? Yeah. So actually, if they give just geometry, it refers to the shape of the molecule. Sometimes they will not give even the molecular one. Just they will ask what is the geometry of this molecule. That means the shape of the molecule. Around the central atom, the shape of the molecule. And electron pair geometry, definitely they have to give it. If it is electron pair geometry, they will give that word. If they don't give the word electron pair, then it refers to what? If they just give geometry, it refers to the shape of the molecule or the arrangement of electron pairs around the central atom. Is that clear, the question? Did you get the answer, Dulshan? Right. Okay. So actually electron pair geometry means, if you want to write here, the arrangement of electron pairs in the valence shell, not the inner shells. The arrangement of electron pairs around the central atom. If you want to write here, if you want to copy down this, the arrangement of electron pairs around the central atom. Arrangement of electron pairs. What are the electron pairs means what? It refers both bonding pairs as well as lone pairs. Bonding pairs and lone pairs. Right? Both bonding pairs and lone pairs. Electron pairs means both bonding pairs and lone pairs in the valence shell. In the valence shell of the central atom. Around the central atom. Around the central atom. In the valence shell of central atom. Next one. Right, then next one. The molecular geometry of the shape of the molecule means you have to consider the lone pairs and you have to drop the lone pairs and look at only the bond. Only about the bonding pairs. The arrangement of only the bonding pairs. The arrangement of only the bonding pairs. The arrangement of only the bonding pairs. Arrangement of only the bonding pairs. So therefore only the bonding pairs considers for the shapes, but not the lone pair. Lone pairs will affect the shape, but we need to look at the bonding pairs especially. Right? Is that clear? Any questions about that? Right. So then let's move back to the paper. Shall I erase this? Anyone still copying down this? Please raise the hand. Anyone still copying down this? Done, right? Okay. Right. Then question about, okay, you can post the answer to the chat. If you know the answer, I will not discuss essay type questions because it takes time for you to give the answer. No, so these MCQs, basic ones, you can quickly give the answer. You can post the answer to the chat. How to post the answer to the chat? Don't put just 1, 2, 3. Everyone, because it's easy for me to refer it quickly and comment on that. You put 1 dash the answer 1. So the second one 3, third one like that. At a time answer only one question. Then I can compare everyone's answer. Then I can decide up to which extent I should explain. So not to check whether you are giving the correct answer or not only for that. If most of you are giving the wrong answer, I will explain bit more theory. Right? That's why I'm asking with the question number put the answer. Right. Question number 1. Noble gas xenon form a covalent compound XCF4. Likely geometry. If they tell likely geometry means what? It refers to the shape of the molecule. Remember that. If they are referring to the, actually most of these are A-level past paper questions. Most of these are A-level past paper questions. I don't know how many of you have got the past paper books. At least you need 30 years papers. At least 1990 to 2020. Then you have 30 years papers. 30 years papers. Therefore, in the paper class, I will be discussing example, say general chemistry, chemical bonding. I'll be discussing the questions from 1990s until 2020. Most of the questions relevant to your syllabus. Some of the parts, some of the questions now not relevant to our syllabus because it's out of syllabus. So then I will not be discussing them, but the rest I will be discussing anyway under each lesson. And then the rest, the essays and structured also past papers. And there are some times, the Ministry of Education. I don't know whether you have done any of these papers. There are papers from the Department of Examination and Ministry of Education. Support seminar papers. Right? Support seminar papers. Past papers and marking scheme. A-level support seminar papers. So these papers you can see it's available. Example 2016. Support seminar papers. English medium. So you can see accounting, agriculture, combined maths, physics, biology, chemistry, all they are, right? So these you have done this in your O-level also. I think you have done this, right? A-level support seminar paper, chemistry 2016. This is from the Ministry of Education and collaboration with Department of Examination. So after, not only the A-level past papers, chemistry papers, the support seminar papers also you have to answer. And so it's available all the main subjects, especially biology, chemistry, physics available, combined maths, biology, chemistry, physics in all three medium, and the marking scheme also available. 2010 onwards actually they have, I have until 2016, so every year they release until 2017. I think they prepared this. After that it was done by the Provincial Department of Education. Here you can see chemistry, combined maths, economics, single, like all that. Anyway, you can suggest your other teachers also, if possible, to discuss these also, right? If you are doing the other subjects also, paper class or even the theory teacher, right? Or else you can try them separately. And there are some useful, I told you this is Professor Dharaniyagala. Actually I cannot share this. If it is available, I don't think it's available, but anyway, he is the chief of the A-level paper. There are sometimes articles, so some journals or research papers. So for the university first year students, there are some notes. So then you can this is for the Professor SP Dharaniyagala, by Professor SP Dharaniyagala. He is the chief of the A-level chemistry paper. So he is actually putting the question also under you. Some students, they having this hybrid resonance and all the criteria and scenario, and the method he has explained in detail. If you want, I will if you have a problem, tell me, I'll explain from this. It cannot because it's not nice to share this with right, and all this resonance and so as I told you now, if you find the resource resource book, when you look at the resource book, you can see now who has written those, and they will also make in the questions also your A-level paper, right? So this is carbonate ion. Some teachers, so they do mistake when drawing the resonance like this, especially hybrid resonance. Remember hybrid resonance, they don't ask last few years papers, hybrid resonance they haven't asked. Only the resonance structures. Hybrid resonance they will never ask you to draw it. They haven't asked so far, but they can ask, but they haven't asked yet. Even in the resource book, they have not given the hybrid resonance in detail, right? Resonance structures they have asked every year, ALL paper, structure is a question number 1, right? Under new syllabus. So therefore, if you find any of these, those who have this A-level syllabus and the paper set in the panel, so then you can definitely refer them. It will be very useful, right? Okay, so this one from SP Dhanika, so the resonance, I think he has for the, actually this is for the students and the university students, I prefer. Then next one, I told about the subordinate papers also, right? Otherwise later I'll forget all this stuff, so I thought of telling all the important information today, the first day in the first class, right? Then let's move back to this question again. Okay, some of you have already posted the answer to the chat, Sishan and Dulshan. So what about the others? Only 2 of you have posted the answer for the first MCQ. What about the others? Okay, Chanita gave the answer, Dulshan and Sishan. Ransuruni also gave the answer, right? Okay, let's see who will get the correct answer. I got the answer 3, 2, 3 and 2. Some of you have put tetrahedral first answer. Chamaya, you haven't done this yet, no? Okay, no problem. The shapes of the molecules you haven't done. It's okay, I'll explain, don't worry. Dinetmi first answer. Right. Octahedral also given, tetrahedral also given. Very easy, this is not hard at all. Dulnet, second answer. Actually the answer is food in reply. What is the answer? Actually this is square plane, answer is second. Dulnet correct, Ransiluni correct, Dulshan correct, very good. Right. Those who have not done, don't worry, I'll explain. When they ask the geometry of a molecule, means you need to know the number of lone pairs and number of bonding pairs around the central atom. That's it. Okay. Look at the screen. Xenon, you know it's under group. Okay. If you don't know the group of the xenon, that is the end of this question, right? That's why I told you the periodic table is given with the paper, both MCQ and essay type. But if you, without looking at the periodic table, if you know xenon is group A, then it's easy here. It's easy, no? Otherwise, turning that side and this side to periodic table, so then it takes time. Like it's like taking the ruler to underline the answer. So xenon group 8. Xenon outermost shell, there are 8 electrons. Each fluorine contribute 1 electron. Each fluorine contribute 1 electron. So there are 4 fluorine atoms. Then how many electrons left? So the 4 electrons go on for the bonds. 4 electrons go on for the bonds, and there are 4 electrons non-bonding. Non-bonding electrons 4. 4 non-bonding electrons and 4 electrons from xenon go on for the bonds. So these 4 non-bonding electrons form how many lone pairs? 2 lone pairs. Bonding electrons I have given here. Bonding electrons are used up. Then 4 non-bonding electrons in the valence shell of xenon form 2 lone pairs. Those 2 lone pairs will be like this. Right. So what is this shape called? Actually, if you take the geometry of the molecule, it will be like this. That means this is equatorial, the same plane, horizontal. Above the plane, 1 lone pair, below the plane, the other lone pair. So if you combine like this, what happened to this lone pair? If you take arrangement here, it will be like what? Square plane, because for the shape of the molecule, if you take the electron pair geometry, then it's tetrahedral. Electron pair geometry tetrahedral. But the geometry or the shape of the molecule is what? Square plane. I told you we are looking at only the bonds. The shape means, or the molecular shape is same as molecular geometry. The shape, what is the other term used for the shape of the molecule? Molecular geometry. Molecular geometry means look at only the bonds. Don't look at the lone pairs. Look at the bonds, the arrangement of bonds. So the bonds are arranged what like a square plane, square shape plane, horizontal plane. Above the plane, one lone pair. Below the plane, the other lone pair. If you want, okay, this one more important thing I will tell you. I forgot that also. If you take, okay, let me show you that website also. This is also very useful. Sometimes you get A level you get practical exam. I mean practical. I mean what is this called? Practical handbook, practical record book. You have to maintain that, and you have to group project also. And sometimes the teachers they will assignment, assessment. Then you have to use. This is also very useful. Can you see? Look at the screen here. Chemix, chemix.org. You can use. Sometimes imagine if you are going to make a report, right? Then you find it difficult in the Word or Excel, drawing these beakers, test tubes, and stuff. Very you find it like drawing tools, so very difficult because you're not good in maybe not a design in I mean the you are not using the Photoshop and all this Corel drawing. Then you can use this is also the chemix dot, please copy it on this website, chemi chemix.org, this website. No need to download, no need to register, no need to install app. This is available online. This is available online. Right. So okay, I will tell you what is the benefit of this. Imagine now there's a you are going to pour water. You can adjust the height of the water level here. You can adjust the height of the beaker, right? And you can width of this you can check. You can change here very easily, and you can liquid level you can change. If you want, you can change the color of the liquid level. If I want to change the color of the liquid, say green, I can do like that. If I want to change the color of the liquid, say dark blue, I can change that like that. So it's very easy to adjust that, as well as you can increase the amount of water here. I can increase the water level here. I can make it dark or light. So this is very useful. If I want to add one more layer, if I want, I can add one more layer of water. I would add one more layer. Then I'll get a different color here. That layer I can change the position here. I can change the level. I can change the color also, intensity I can change. 2 layers now in this beaker. So if you are going to draw using MS Word, this it will take long time. You can't take the sharp lines and all. Okay. So is there anyone who has used this before? Chemix.org. No need to download. You can online. You just type chemix.org and you will get it anytime. It's available. And what is the benefit? Now, if you are writing a report or practical report when the school starts anyway, after the practicals, A-level chemistry practical, you have to write a report, practical report. Before you apply the exam, the teachers they have to sign it that report. Otherwise, they will 80% attendance. All this, that's what they are checking now. So then you can copy paste here. You can see here. You can copy and paste this to your Word. Then it will be very useful. Even the teachers, online teaching, they can use. Some teachers they find it difficult to make the papers and all, can't draw these things. Not only chemistry, you can use this for biology. Biology you can use this, right? Biology you can use this microscope, and you can see various things you can use. Even if you want to take a root system, you can put the roots here. Here you can see take the roots here, right? If you want, you can take a leaf here. You can take a leaf here, like that you can. So even physics you can use here. Physics, not only chemistry. This is for all the you can take lenses and stuff here. You can see the radar. This you can see here. It's very useful, right? This diagram with the rays or this concave lens. Is that clear? So this is also very useful. There are so many things I can share with you, but anyway, okay. At least before I forget this, I thought of telling all this today. Then mirror you can take. Otherwise, it takes long time to draw this, no? there are sometimes actually there's a virtual laboratory. Next day I'll tell about that. Virtual laboratory. Virtual laboratory means now actually what you are doing in the practicals in when you are doing in the school, you have to take the beakers and stuff, and you have to take the sorry about that. If you take imagine the solution. If you want to prepare a solution, you have to take the chemical from this, right? And you have to pour it to that one and this one and heat, and at the end you are dumping this to the sink without having environmental pollution. But without doing that, there's a virtual, we call it augmented reality, virtual reality. So you will get the solution A, solution B, and then when you add, you will get the color change. There are some softwares like that. Then without using the real chemical, you can mix the chemical and heat and see the color change that occur. You will learn by doing it. Like a virtual laboratory, you can take the Bunsen burner, you can see the temperature and you can heat it, like you can take this stuff. So next day I'll share about that. So then it will be very useful. Teachers can do the practicals without going to the laboratory now, right? Without going to the laboratory, they can take the observation, they can record the data. If you set the temperature this much, the reaction occurs and the gas will emit. And the color of the gas also they will show in that. Okay, the 3D also available now. So therefore there will be so many changes in the future with this technology, right? That is also very important. What is this? Chemics dot org. Chemics.org. Then okay, that is also useful. Has anyone used this before? No, right? Okay. Stop this. Okay, then let's move back to the paper. Please copy down this website. It all chemics.org, iupsc.org periodic table, Royal Society of Chemistry periodic table, and the other websites available in Sri Lanka. Useful websites to get resources. Right. Ethaxala and all. Yeah. Then next one. Okay, I was explaining this answer for this question. Even though it takes a little bit of time, the first the first online class, those I thought of sharing those information with you. Anyway, it will be useful to you in the future, right? Okay, first one I told you, the geometry means what? The shape of the molecule. So you need to consider only the electrons in the valence shell of each atom. And here the other most important thing, there are some ACS chemics, like okay, there are chemist sketch website also. You can take any molecule and you can draw it and you can visualize 3D. Like there are some websites for that also. Even if you take XCF for the real arrangement, you can check the real arrangement here. I'll write here XCF for the arrangement, geometry of XCF4. Here, can you see the arrangement here? XCF4 bond angle here. This is how you can see this one, XCF4. So this is there are two lone pairs axial and there are 4 bonding pairs equatorial. Hybridization D2 sp3d2, you don't need to remember that hybridization. So this is the geometry of XCF4, but it is called square planar XCF4. There are 2 lone pairs and 4 bonding pairs. This is called VSCPR, valence shell electron pair repulsion theory. This is the most suitable arrangement to minimize the repulsion between electron pairs and between bonding pairs and non-bonding pairs. Any other arrangement will make this more unstable. This is the most stable configuration, most stable arrangement to minimize the repulsion. So 90, 90, 90, all 4 angles are 90. Then it's the most stable one. Any other arrangement, it will make more repulsion. Then it will be unstable, because between electron pairs there will be a repulsion. If there are 2 pairs, then the angle will be 180 degrees. If the electron pairs are close to each other, there will be more repulsion. Then when the repulsion is more, then it's unstable, right? With time I'll give more information about that. So that way also you can check any molecule. You can even videos, animations. So use those resources. Right? If you find it difficult, you can just type in and search it. Right? No need to depend only on teachers. Now You have more resources than before. Don't depend on teachers only. You can find anything, right, easily. Especially English medium students, because some single medium students, they don't know the term sometimes. They'll find it difficult to get it. In single, that's something else. No geometry, they can't. Okay. Then, so the answer for the first MCQ, the answer is second, right? Please raise the hand those who got, before I explain, those who got the second answer for this. How many of you got the second answer before I explain for this first MCQ? Right, okay, good. Then next one. Question number 2. Question number 2. Which of the following statement is not true? Underline the word not true. Next time you can keep a hard copy and you can mark the answers with the red pen. Try to complete all the possible remaining ones. Hydrogen halides, HF, HCl, HBr, HI. Okay, actually this hydrogen halides, you had done know the hydrogen bonding. HF has hydrogen bonding. HF has hydrogen bonding. Therefore, HF has the highest boiling point. These are the things you should know about the hydrogen halides. Okay, I'll write the list here. HF, HCl, HBr, HI. Fluorine, chlorine, halogens form hydrogen halides. HF, HCl, HBr, HI. Out of these four, HF has hydrogen bonding. Between HF, hydrogen bonding, because we had no hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding. And all the other three has dipole-dipole interaction. Dipole-dipole. Dipole-dipole. Remember, some of you have done the first lesson 100%. What is proton, electron, neutron discovery, and actually you are not getting like kind of when you compare the content of your A-level syllabus, like 0.1% the questions coming from that section, right? Unit 1, atomic structure. They don't ask those. That is actually historical background of chemistry. Don't memorize those long historical stuff. Atomic theory things you will not be getting. At least you will never get a question in the A-level paper even. Write down the electronic configuration of sodium, potassium, calcium. They don't ask such questions even. So therefore, your unit 1, therefore the content of the amount of questions that I will be discussing depend on the weight from those areas on the A-level paper. If you are getting more questions from that section in the A-level paper, I will be discussing more questions from that section. So that is the correct, the probability of the proportion. Then this bonding part, very important, right? Chemical bonding part. Please raise the hand those who have done these secondary interactions. Secondary interaction, those who have done, please raise the hand. Hydrogen bonding, dipole, 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 induced dipole. How many of you have done? Bonding lesson, I mean secondary interactions done. Hydrogen bonding. Only 5 of 6. Right. Chamaya, Ransil and Zainab not done. Okay, no problem. Okay, I'll explain, don't worry. Right. So dipole means if there's a electronegativity difference between the atoms, then there will be a dipole. Dipole means di means 2, pole means 2 poles. 2 pole mean what? Delta minus and delta plus. You have done when there's a electronegativity difference, there's a dipole. That means electrons are attracted more towards the chlorine atom than the hydrogen atom. Then there will be a slightly negative charge on chlorine and slight positive charge on hydrogen. That's why we call it therefore this is a polar molecule. This is a polar molecule. Between polar molecules, what is the type of interaction between two HCl molecules? You had done in all chemistry the intermolecular forces, something like same thing. Intermolecular forces, there will be a intermolecular force. Intermolecular, between molecules, intercity, between cities, like that. The intermolecular force known as, there's a dipole in HCl, this side HCl also there's a dipole. Therefore between these two, we call it dipole-dipole interaction. Dipole-dipole interaction. If this form between the molecules like HF, halides means actually there's no definition called halide, like nothing like that. Halide means halogens. When halogens when halogens form negatively charged ions, we call it halide. Fluoride, chloride, bromide, we call them halides. Hydrogen halide HF. So if you take silver halide, silver fluoride, silver chloride, silver bromide. So halide means what? Group 7 elements, when they are linked to any other element, we call it form a halide, hydrogen halide, silver halide, like that. Right? Fluoride, chloride, bromide, iodide. Right? Halides. Halogens form halides. Halogens are group 7 elements. That is the meaning. Now this dipole-dipole interaction present in all this, but hydrogen bonding also a type of dipole-dipole. Hydrogen bonding also a type of dipole-dipole because there's a electronegativity difference. But that one has the highest electronegativity difference because fluorine 4.0, hydrogen 2.1. So when the electronegativity difference is more than around 2.1 or above, it can form even ionic bonding. What is the electronic difference here? 4 minus 2.1. 4 minus 2.1 means you get around 1.9. When the electronegativity difference is in a covalent molecule, if the electronegativity difference is very high, it tends to form hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding also type of dipole-dipole interaction, but it is more stronger than the other dipole-dipole. Okay. Therefore, all these HF, HCl, HBr polar molecules, polar covalent bonds, polar molecules, and the last three has dipole-dipole interaction. The first one, it is more stronger than the other three because of highest electronegativity element in the periodic table is fluorine. So therefore, if you take the boiling point, one factor that affects the boiling point is what? The strength of intermolecular forces. How strongly they are attracted to each other. The molecules. So highest boiling point is HF. Which one has the highest boiling point? If you only can make a small sketch this curve. So this is how they will link the questions. They will not just ask what is the type of interaction in HF. Very rarely. They will link the question like this. Then who will has the which one has the highest boiling point here? HF. Why? Due to hydrogen bonding. Please make this graph up. Y-axis I'll put boiling point. X-axis I'll put hydrogen halides. Right? So if you take HF has the highest boiling point, then there's a big drop from HF to HCl. Why? From HCl, HF to HCl, there's a big drop. After that, it gradually increases. Gradually it increases due to the increase of relative molecular mass. HCl lowest, HBr highest, HI next one. So out of all these, which one has the highest boiling point? HF. Why HF has the highest boiling point? Because of hydrogen bonding. Please write it. HF has the highest boiling point out of all the hydrogen halides due to the hydrogen bonding. That is a type of secondary interactions, intermolecular force. Hydrogen bonding. Then all the others having the same strength of intermolecular force. What is the other factor that affect the boiling point? Please write here BP or boiling point depends on one factor, strength of intermolecular force. Second factor that affect the boiling point, write in your short notebook, relative molecular mass or the formula mass. So from HCl to HI, boiling point increase due to the increase in of relative molecular mass. When you consider all four, the most significant factor for HF is hydrogen bonding. Right? Otherwise, HF is the lowest molecular weight. Now, if you take one example, I'll give. Okay, forget about this one. If you take water, right? Water relative molecular mass 18, carbon dioxide 44. Which one become more significant? Water is a liquid. What is a liquid? Carbon dioxide is a gas. Why this light molecule become a liquid and heavier molecule become gas? Which factor will affect the physical state of the boiling point here? Water boiling point is higher than carbon dioxide gas. Why? If you take chlorine, if it is chlorine, it's 71 relative molecular mass, but that also gas. Why? Same as this one, HF. Here the most significant factor that affect the boiling point is intermolecular force. Why water has higher boiling point? Because boiling point is 100 and it's a liquid. Why? Because of hydrogen bonding. Water molecule also has, because second most electronegative element of the periodic table is oxygen, highest HF, second highest electronegativity oxygen 3.5. So when oxygen is linked to hydrogen, then it's become very polar, highly polar covalent bond. then the molecule also become polar because it's angular, V shape. Therefore, even the water is lighter, it has higher boiling point because of hydrogen bonding. But if you compare carbon dioxide and chlorine, then both are nonpolar. When London forces, then relative molecular mass, relative RMM matters. Is that clear? So what are the two factors affecting the boiling point here? The strength of intermolecular force and relative molecular mass. So why HCl to HI the boiling point increase? Because of the relative molecular mass increasing. Iodine is at the bottom of the group. So therefore this variation is very, very important. And all these are acids. And the other please write down a short note about hydrogen halides. Right, group 7 HF, HCl, HBr, HI, right? Highest boiling point HF due to hydrogen bonding. HCl to HI, the boiling point increase due to the increasing of the relative molecular mass. Please write it, everyone. Remember now this is, they have incorporated, this is also A-level past paper question. This is also A-level past paper question. They have linked chemical bonding with inorganic chemistry. Inorganic chemistry, group 7 elements. Therefore, when you answer questions, one lesson is not only enough to answer the questions. Then next one, right? Did you all write factors affecting the boiling point? Strength of intermolecular force and relative molecular mass. When the strength of intermolecular force increase, boiling point increase. Example, right? HF has highest boiling point in group 7. HF. If you take group 6, which one has the highest boiling point? Water. Why? Because of hydrogen bonding. Both group 6 and 7, the first hydride, these are called hydride. Hydride of fluorine is hydrogen fluoride, HF. Then the other most important thing, out of these 4 hydrogen halides, HF is a weak acid. Why weak acid? Because it cannot ionize because of the hydrogen bonding. HF molecules are interconnected. I'll put a dotted line. The polar covalent bond, this is the hydrogen bonding. Therefore, they are linked to each other like this. HF. H is linked to here HF. Here again HF. So therefore difficult to ionize, difficult to separate. Therefore ability to ionize is less. Ability to separate this is less because of the interconnections of intermolecular force hydrogen bonding. But the other 3 are strong acids. Please put HF weak acid. The other 3 are strong acid. So I told variation of the boiling point, variation of the secondary interactions I told, and then I told the acidity. HF weak acid because of hydrogen bonding. Other 3 completely ionized. That means what? If you put HCl into water, it completely separates into H plus and Cl minus. If you put HBr into water, it will completely separate into H plus and Br minus. Strong acid. If you put HI into water, hydroiodic, hydrochloric, hydrobromic, it will separate into H plus and I minus. But HF I can't put like this arrowhead only in one direction. I have put double headed arrow. That means what? It will not completely ionize into H plus and F minus. So it's double headed arrow. The reaction can occur in both the direction. That's an equilibrium. HF will be broken down into H plus and F minus, as well as H plus and F minus again combined to become HF. It's a reversible reaction. Because it's a weak acid. When weak acid ionize, it becomes reversible. When strong acid ionize, it's unidirectional, completely separate. Concentration of hydrogen ion in the solution, aqueous solution will be higher. Therefore, this is how they ask questions from bonding. Only bonding, you will not get questions sometimes. Is that clear? Why? Let's move back to what are the other information they have given in the question. Highest boiling point, strong acid, lowest boiling point, bond energy. That's the other one. Okay, shall I erase this? Did anyone still copying down this? Please raise the hand. Anyone still copying down this? Everyone should maintain a separate short notebook paper class, right? Not only don't write the answers in that one, only short notes. At the end of every class, you have to think, okay, what did I learn new today? Now today you learn a lot of new stuff, not directly the subject knowledge, the other resources available, right? plus I gave more actually the first class, or because it's the first class, so today only I started this, so therefore introduction I thought of giving some other resources other than my teaching. And then after that I started this paper. So under this question, not the answer, you should learn to answer 10 more questions from one MCQ. You will not get the same MCQ as it is again in the paper. Okay, I will erase this now. Now the next one, the bond length. If you take group 7 hydrogen halides, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. This is the most interesting thing. This is the only group in the periodic table you get all three physical state. If you want to write that, you can get even MCQs in the A-level paper within the first 5 MCQs, say A-level chemistry paper. This is the only group in the periodic table which contain all three physical state. Fluorine and chlorine become F2 and Cl2 is capital F, not simple F. And bromine exists as a brown liquid. And the other most interesting thing, all these are colored. Iodine is a solid. Why this gas to liquid to solid? Again the same scenario. Down the group, relative molecular mass increase. Down the group, relative molecular mass increase. It's become heavier. That's why. That also you can copy down if you want. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So please write the only group in the periodic table which contain all three physical state, group 7. Why? First two elements exist as gas. The third element, bromine, exists as liquid, brown liquid, and as a non-metallic liquid, iodine exists as a solid, I2. And the other most important thing, they are colored. Fluorine and chlorine, colored gases. Actually, fluorine like yellow, chlorine greenish yellow, bromine brown liquid, and iodine is metallic black solid, right? Gray solid. But iodine vapor is purple. And all these are toxic. Even in the Second World War, I think they use chlorine as a chemical weapon. Right? All are toxic. All are colored. There are if there's actually colored gases are very few in your syllabus. All are colored. And not hydrogen halides. Hydrogen halides are not colored. Don't mix up this. Now I am telling the halogens, like diatomic molecules. And all are covalent. All are colored. All are covalent, and all are nonpolar. And all are toxic. Chlorine is used as a germ killer also. Bromine is highly poisonous. Don't ever inhale or contact the bromine. It's highly poisonous. Iodine also, pure iodine is poisonous. Okay, iodine, iodized salt, they don't use pure iodine. If they put pure iodine into iodized salt, you will die. That is KiO3, potassium iodide. To make iodized salt, potassium iodide they use. Right, then I was talking about this hydrogen halide. Okay, if you take HF, HCl, what can you say about the bond length? The hydrogen, this left side hydrogen is common to all. Hydrogen is common to all the hydrogen halides. Down the group, you can see the bond length gradually increase. So you also better copy down this quickly. Bond length gradually increase. Okay, when you discuss one MCQ with me, you will refresh a lot of theory, right? As well as a lot of you will get a lot of information. My advice, I'm not asking you to copy down this and that. You will have to decide. If you feel that's important, then you will better copy down that separate in your short notebook. Bond length, why this down the group? What happened? Atomic this radius increase, therefore bond length increase. When the bond length increase, the strength of the bond decrease. Bond length increases. When the bond length increases, the strength of the bond decreases. When the bond length increases, the strength of the bond decreases. Please copy down that. Down the group, bond length increase, then strength of the bond decrease. That is the weakest bond, HI. This is the weakest bond. Please write everyone. When the bond length increases, strength of the bond decrease. Bond energy less. Long bond weak. long bond is weak. Short bond is strong. Then you can understand using your own words. Short bond is strong. Therefore, that is the other one. It's difficult to separate HF. That's the other reason for HF becoming a weak acid. One is hydrogen bonding, the other one is this bond is strong. That's why it cannot separate to release H plus easily. HI will easily separate, no need much energy. Right? No need much energy. Therefore, I will give one more information with this. Shall I erase this leftmost side? Anyone is still copying down? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and all are colored, all three physical states there, and all are diatomic molecules, and all are non-polar covalent, and or between all these London forces or dispersion forces, boiling point and melting point increases down the group with the increase of the relative molecular mass, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, right? Lot of things. And the other important thing, actually, like we can remember them easily, right, without memorizing. It's very logical. And this is the other thing I wanted you to share with this HFHCl HBr. If you heat HF, nothing will happen. It will not decompose. HF and HCl will not decompose HCl. How long you heat, it will not will happen. But HBr and HI become H2 plus Br2. HI also will break down into H2 and I2. That is also the same reason, because their bonds are weak. Down the group, bonds become weaker. Why bonds become weaker? Due to the increase of the bond length. Understood? So it's iodine balance here. You had put here 2HI, 2HBr. Then it's become H2 and I2. This is also very important. So that means thermally HF and HCl thermally stable. HBr and HI thermally unstable. Is that clear? Now everyone should be able to give the answer for that question. I explain all four answers. I give a detailed theory explanation. Now again I'll give a chance. Shall I read this? Did you all finish copy down? Anyone still copy down? Please raise the hand. Right. Bond length depends on bond energy, or the strength of the bond depends on the length of the bond. Long bond weak, short bond strong. Please copy down that using your own words. Now let's move back to the previous one again. I'll erase the screen. Now you can see, okay, can you guess the answer for the second MCQ? Yes? Again, I'll give a chance to post the answer. Question number, you can put 2 dash answer, please. Not true, they're asking the incorrect one, be careful. Incorrect statement, can you post the correct answer? Which one is incorrect? If you listen to my explanation, everyone should post the same answer. Okay. Seshan, Ransiloni, Dulnet, okay, posted the answer. Dulshan also posted. 4 of you. Only the other. What about the other 6? Others also. Look at your short notebook. Or if you want me to explain any part again, tell me. So this part could be explained again. No problem. Dinetmi, did you when you post the answer, please mention the question number also. Yeah, Dinetmi, you gave the first answer, right? Dulnet. No, that is for the previous question. Okay. I can't see Dinetmi your answer. Shamaya gave the answer. Okay, let's see. Chaniti gave the third answer. Okay, let's see the correct answer. Incorrect one is HF has the highest boiling point. That is true. HF has the highest boiling point. That is true. Second, HI has the lowest bond energy. That is also correct. Lowest bond energy, yes, HI. Then HCl has the lowest boiling point. That also correct. This what is this called? HF is most covalent. Out of these 3 and 4, what is the correct answer? 3 and 4, what is the correct answer? Some of you have put 3, some of you have put 4. How to explain these two? Okay, I'll explain this. Most covalent and most ionic also I'll explain now. When you take, okay, look at the screen. Covalent character and ionic character. Again, please write in your, okay, some of you have put the third answer. Actually, the correct answer is fourth. Correct answer is fourth. Let me explain. Correct means like they're asking the incorrect one. The others are the ones that I put a right tick with green. Those statements are correct. Those statements are correct. If you take HF, HCl, HBr, what can you say about which one has the highest electronegativity difference? Which pair, which hydrogen halide has the highest electronegativity difference? That will be least covalent. That means most ionic. HF electronegativity 4.0, chlorine 3.0, and hydrogen anyway 2.1. Therefore, electronegativity difference gradually. Please write this again, this list. Down the group, now you have learned the electronegativity, you have learned the ionization energy, but only from that they will not, you very rarely they ask define first ionization energy, define electronegativity, define halides. You don't get such questions under new syllabus papers. Remember that, right? No point of memorizing this. Memory power, recalling the previous memory, they don't ask much. HF, down the group, electronegativity, I put EN, electronegativity difference decrease. When electronegativity difference decrease, covalent character increases. Covalent character increases. Ionic character decreases. Ionic character decreases. That means out of all this, what is the most covalent one? Please put an arrow and label. Out of these, for the most covalent one is HI. Why? Lowest electronegativity. If electronegativity difference is 0, that is the 100% covalent. If electronegativity difference is 0, example H2, hydrogen gas, HH, F2, electronic, that is 100% covalent. 100% covalent, no ionic nature. 100% covalent, non-polar covalent. But if electronegativity difference is more than 0, then it tends to become ionic. Okay, then it may not. I think you have, okay. Then please label this. Then HF will be what? Most, okay, please label this. Most covalent one is HI. Then most least covalent one is this. Why? Because highest electronegativity difference. Least covalent. Least covalent means within bracket, right? In the exam again they will not, instead of covalent they can give ionic. Least ionic, most ionic. Least covalent means which one? Most ionic, right? Within bracket. Least covalent means most ionic. Then most covalent means what? Least ionic. They can use any of these words in the exam. Least ionic. Please write it. HF to HI, electronegativity difference decrease. Covalent character increase, ionic character decrease. Or if you want the left side, you can label which one is most covalent and which one is. Is that clear? Now you should be able to correct your answer. Now again, what is HF? HF is most covalent. That is wrong. Fourth one is the incorrect answer. What is the incorrect answer? Fourth one. If you need, if you have any doubts, please tell me, right? That's why you are joining a small group class like this to get the maximum benefit. Right. Answer is fourth. Because fourth one is the incorrect one. That is incorrect. Therefore, the answer is fourth. Most covalent, that is wrong. Actually, HF is the most ionic one out of these four. Most ionic one. This is correct. HF is the strong. They don't tell HF is the only strong acid. They don't tell HF is the strong acid in the aqueous medium. That is, they don't tell all. or none, so therefore it's accepted. It is correct. Actually, it is correct, more correct than fourth. Fourth is completely wrong. Remember A-level paper, multiple choice. There are 5 options. O-level, you have 4 choices. A-level 5 choices. 5 choices. Out of 5, if you do like a corner shot one of the 5 answers, then 20% the chance of getting this correct. Therefore, my advice, if you come across a hard MCQ, first you should omit the most incorrect one, most inappropriate answer. You should cut with the pencil, then no need to look at that answer again. Then probability become now more than that, say 25%. If you can remove one more, then it can reach more about 30% the probability of getting this correct. So then that is the other strategy you can use. If you don't know exactly the answer, one by one you can omit the most incorrect one. Then later imagine now you don't mark the answer. Then last 5 minutes you go through the previous ones, the ones that you have missed. Then no need to do a corner shot because you have cut with the pencil or with the pen the most inaccurate, appropriate answer you have removed. Then from the remaining ones you can select one. Otherwise, without reading, you can't remember now. Again you have to read the question. That is waste of time. And sometimes that one you will not. Last 5 minutes, if you are again trying the hard ones that you have left, then you will not be having time to read the questions again from the beginning. Is that clear? Okay. So remove one by one most incorrect one if you're not sure about the answer. That is also a good method. Then so the other feature of good MCQ. Good MCQ means what? When you are going to mark one answer, the others also seems correct. When you are going to mark that one, the other one, that means multiple choice, more than one choice. Then you should go for the best choice, so the most correct answer. That's why they'll give the instruction, select the most suitable or most appropriate answer out of the 5 options. There can be more than one answer. That's why we call it multiple choice. When there's more than one answer, you should go for the most correct one. That is the meaning of a good MCQ. Otherwise, when you read the question, if you can directly see the answer, that is not a good feature of good MCQ. And the other tricky thing, remember, most incorrect answer also they will give among the 5 answers. That is to satisfy the weaker student. The very weak student also will enjoy marking that, because for that one also there's an answer. Understood? Right. It's like in the tetrahedral. Previous and most of you thought what happened? Most of you put XCX4 tetrahedral, 4 bonds. You didn't consider about the non-Mondin pairs or lone pairs. That's what happened. Previous and some of you posted tetrahedral. If there are 4 bonds without any lone pairs, then tetrahedral. With lone pairs, it will not be tetrahedral. Is that clear? Right. Then you have done electronegativity. Electronegativity you have done. Everyone has done the first chapter, right? Electronegativity ionization you have done. So can you please post this is also LL past papers. This is also LL past papers. Can you post the answer for this one? You have to rearrange. You can quickly mark under each of the electronegativity difference. Sodium and bromine, what is the difference? Na and Br. That is 2.8 minus 0.9. What is the difference? What is the correct answer? 1.9. Yeah, 1.9 the difference. Sodium chloride, what is the difference? Sodium 0.9, chlorine 3. 3 minus 0.9, 2.1. Then they're asking highest covalent feature. Highest covalent feature highlight. Highest covalent feature means what? Least electronegativity difference. Please write here. Highest covalent means what? Lowest electronegativity difference. Please put an arrow towards right. Highest covalent means lowest electronegativity difference. Lowest gap. Lowest. If you those are done, you can post the answer to the chat. Lowest electronegativity difference. Lowest, I put E na. Lowest electronegativity difference. Lowest electronegativity difference. Right. Which one has the lowest electronic difference? Okay, you can post the answer to that those who had done. KBr, potassium bromide, Br 2.8, then it's become 2. KCl, what is the difference? 0.8, Cl is 3.0, then it's become 2.2, no? KCl 2.0. Then LIBR 2.8 minus 1, then you get 1.8. So which one has the lowest difference? Out of all these, which one has the lowest electronegative difference? Lowest electronegative difference, that will be the most covalent one. The one with lowest electronegativity difference will be the most covalent. So this will be lowest electronegativity difference. Out of all these, lowest electronegativity difference. Do you all get the answer, everyone? Answer is 5, no? Dulnet correct, Dinetmi correct, Chaniti correct, Seshan correct, Dulshan correct. Dulnet, you have put first you have put the fourth and then you have changed. Good, okay. Who didn't reply for this? Ransiluni, did you reply? Ransiluni and Zainab. Zainab done, okay, done, good. Who didn't answer? Shan also done. Ransiluni and one of you have not. Chamaya. Yeah, two of you have not posted the answer, right? Okay. I'm expecting the answer from everyone. I'm looking at everyone's in the chat, all of you. Okay. So then you got it now? Understood? Any explanation? So this is just electronegative difference you learn, but this is how they ask the question. They will link this with covalent character and right. The next part. So those are done. They are fifth one, very good. Then number 4. Number of unpaired electrons that can be found in the element with atomic number 27. This is most of you have done this, right? What is atomic number 27? Which element is 27? Which element is 27? This is D block. If you want, this is the IUPAC periodic table. 27th element you can see here. 27 cobalt, no? 27 cobalt. Atomic number 27 cobalt. So then you can refer the configuration here. You can quickly write the configuration. 1s2, 2s2, 2, yeah, like that you can find number of unpaired electrons easily. Cobalt is 27. So you can write here 1s2. You had done the configuration, right? Everyone 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, then 4s2, then 3d what? 3d 7, right? 3d 7, 27 is cobalt, 3d 7. What is the number of unpaired electrons? So then let's see how to D subshell. There are 5 orbitals. There are 5 orbitals here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how to fill the 7 electrons here? How to fill the 7 electrons into the cobalt D7? First you have to pull the electrons singly, one at a time. 1, 2, 3, unpaired. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the parent begins with the 6th electron. 6, 7. All the others are filled. S2 is what? This is, there are no unpaired electron. All this, all the pairs. So here how many unpaired electrons? 3 unpaired electrons. 3 unpaired electrons. 3 unpaired electrons. Is that clear? So what is the answer then? Answer is 4th. Very good. Seshan correct. Chaniti Radhasiloni correct. Chamaya correct. Dinetmi correct. Very good. Very good. How many unpaired electrons? 3 unpaired electrons. Answer is 4th. Good. I'll underline. This is the answer. Answer is 4th. Three unpaired electrons. Is that clear? Shall I erase this? Please quickly write the configuration. Everyone has done the configuration, right? So you are given the periodic table also. Then let's move on to the next question. I'll erase the screen. Question number 5. Which species has 23 electrons? 23 electrons. If you know the atomic number, then it's easy to get the answer. Actually, after 2011 only they gave the periodic table. A-level chemistry paper before 2011 they didn't give the periodic table even. Even the periodic table was not given before 2011. After 2011 only they introduced the periodic table with the paper. Let's see. If you know the atomic number, you can easily get it, no? Atomic number of sodium is 11. How many electrons are there in Na plus? 10 electrons. 11 become 10. Scandium, what is the atomic number? 21. Then 21 electrons. 21 electrons. You can post the answer to the chat. Those who have done. Those who have done, you can post the answer to the chat. Then vanadium, iron. Iron, what is the atomic number? So vanadium, iron and manganese. If you can remember, if you are familiar with the configuration and the atomic number, then that's why I told, if you know the position of them, don't need to look at the periodic table. If you know the position of these elements, you don't need to look at the periodic table, right? So there you can see iron. If iron is what? Atomic number 26. 26. Manganese 25. Manganese 25. Vanadium 23. 23, 25, 26. 23, 25, 26. So here you can see vanadium 23. But here V plus ne? Then 23 become 22 electrons. Then at iron 26. Iron 26. Look at the periodic table. Iron 26 and manganese 25. Manganese 25. Manganese 25. Manganese 25 become how many electrons? 3 electrons lost, and then it's become 22 electrons, not 22 electrons. 3 electrons lost. 3 plus. So iron 26. 26 become how many electrons now? 23 electrons, no, because of 3 plus 3 electrons given out. So which one has 23 electrons? Only yes, which one has 23 electron? Iron, no, Fe3 plus. Here 22 electron, here 22 electron. Then scandium 21 electron and Na plus 10 electron. Let's see the answers that you have posted. Question number 5. Answer is 4th. Answer is 4th. Question number 5, the answer is 4th. Okay. Answer is 4th. Chaniti correct. Dulnet correct. Dinetmi correct. Chamika correct. Seshant correct. Dulshan also correct. Sainab also correct. Very good, excellent. Dinetmi, you have put the 5th answer, not 5th. Dinetmi answer is 4th. Okay, 5th one manganese. Manganese atomic number 25. When it become Mn3 plus, it become 22. Okay, 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 no problem. Right, and the others are okay. Good. The next one, which element will show the highest difference between second and third ionization? You had an ionization energy. Let's see this. Question number 6. Can you post the answer to the chat? Question number 6. Question number, which element show the highest difference in the second ionization and third ionization energy? That means there's a big gap between second and third. Second to third, big jump. Second ionization energy and third ionization energy. Highest difference. That means they should belong to different groups. When there's that means there will be a big jump when the inner electron is going to remove from inner shell. Sodium, highest difference you will get. Okay, I'll mark here. Under each I'll write it. Sodium, highest difference you get here, first and the second ionization energy. Right. Aluminium, you get the highest difference, third and fourth. Third to fourth. Magnesium, you get second and third highest difference. How come? How to decide this easily? Right? Na become Na plus Na plus easily. Na plus easily. First ionization energy is low, then second ionization energy is extremely high. That will be a big difference. Sodium form Na plus. Aluminium easily form what? Al3 plus, Al4 plus, very difficult. That ionization energy difference will be extremely high. It's a big jump. That is Al3 plus. Then magnesium easily form Mg2 plus. But Mg3 plus very difficult. There's a big difference. Then silicon what? Silicon group 4. So highest difference you will get in group 4 element 4 and 5. Right? Because fifth electron removed from the inner shell. Chromium D block. Chromium D block. Chromium, if you take the, okay, who has put the answer now? 6-1, some of you have put second and third ionization energy. Yeah, Dulshan, correct. Chamaya, Ishan, correct. What about the others? Chromium, what is the configuration? Chromium, if you take the configuration, 3d5 4s2, 3d5 4s1, no? 3d5 4s1. Chromium, second and third. Second electron means D1, third, and because both from the same, second electron and third electron both from the same orbital, therefore the gap will be less. So what is the answer now? Answer is yes. Answer is third. Magnesium Mg2 plus to Mg3 plus, so that is very difficult. So there's a big difference ionization energy. Right. Answer is 3. Question number 6, answer is 3. Okay. Then next one. Shall I erase this? Then question number 7. Regarding alpha particle. This is also from general chemistry. Alpha particle. Actually, alpha particle is same as what? He2 plus. Alpha particle is same as He2 plus. You heard about alpha, beta, gamma. Alpha, beta, gamma. So if you want to write here, alpha is equal to helium, He2 plus. At atomic number 2, mass number 4. Then beta is equal to what? Electron. Beta is equal to electron. Electron mass is 0, relative mass 0, charge is 1. Then gamma is not a particle. Not a particle, is a radiation. Not a particle. Not a particle, therefore no mass here. No mass, no charge. No charge. If you want to write out of these three, the highest penetrating power, gamma. That also you should know. Gamma, radioactive elements emit gamma. Highest penetrating power. Highest penetrating power, gamma. Alpha has the lowest penetrating power. Lowest penetrating power. Lowest penetrating power, gamma. Alpha. Now COVID-19 also they label like using Greek alphabet, no? Alpha variant, delta variant, and recently there was called something mu. Right? Like I think they will have to use all the letters of the Greek alphabet, right? Okay. And the other one is ionization power. Ionization power, please write highest ionization power, okay, lowest penetrating power, and highest ionization power, alpha. I put highest IE, ionization power. Highest IE power is alpha. Gamma, lowest IE power. Lowest ionization energy, ionization power. I put IE, lowest ionization power, gamma. Then you can get the answer easily. Anything else? Penetrating power, they are emitted from radioactive. No, all are not emitted from radioactive. Only actually they can be emitted by radioactive, all three also. Yeah. Alpha, beta, gamma, that means radioactive elements. That's correct. Yeah. What is the, they are asking about helium, no? Helium, actually alpha particle. Alpha is a particle, but gamma is not a particle. Ionization power is less than gamma, wrong. Has +2 charge equal to H plus. Penetrating power is less than gamma. Penetrating power less than gamma, that is wrong. That is correct. Penetrating power is less. Again they are asking incorrect statement. Be careful about that. Underline the word incorrect one. Incorrect one they ask. Which one is incorrect? Okay, I am waiting your answers. Most of you have put the fourth answer. Very good. That is the incorrect one. Answer is fourth. Incorrect statement is fourth. Very good. Ionization power is less than gamma. Actually, that is wrong. Alpha ionization power is higher than gamma. Please write it. Highest ionization power alpha. Lowest ionization power gamma. Penetrating power has gamma, lowest alpha, like that. So penetrating power and ionization power, you should know the ascending node and descending node. Is that clear? Let's see the answers. Dulshan correct. Dulshan correct. Considering this chromium, I didn't explain much in detail because that's a D block one. D block one ionization energy factors affecting. I'll be discussing separately. Otherwise, I won't be able to discuss the other few questions. Chromium, don't worry. I'll explain that again when it's come to D block, right? Don't worry. Then Dulshan correct, Chaniti correct, Chamaya correct, Dulnet correct, Tinetpi correct, Deshan correct. Sainab answer is second. No, equal to H plus. Why did you put second one is? That also incorrect. No. Equal to H plus ions, wrong. There are two answers, sorry. Yeah, Saina put second answer. Good that you put, because second one also incorrect. Alpha particle is not equal to H plus, right? Actually it should be He2 plus. Incorrect one, it should be He2 plus. Anyway, the second one also incorrect, no, because actually H plus ions equal to proton, not alpha. Can you please write here, if you want to write here, H and H plus. When H become H plus, H has one proton, one electron and 0 neutron. When it's come to H plus, one proton, 0 electron and 0 neutron. Therefore, H plus is same as what? Proton. H plus is same as H plus has just one proton. No neutrons, no electrons. Therefore, H plus is also known as proton. H plus is also equal to proton. Therefore, if someone tell acids release protons, that is correct, ne? Acid, if you take HCl, it release H plus, ne? So if someone tell, instead of telling acid release liberate H plus ions to the aqueous medium, you can tell what? Acid release protons to the aqueous medium, because H plus has just one proton. Proton and H plus, the mass and everything same. Is that clear? So therefore there are two answers. Could that Sainab, your answer is correct. Equal to H plus, wrong. There are two answers for this, 2 and 4. Right? Anyway, then next one. It's the time now 10:20. We are about 10 minutes more. No? Yeah, we have about 10 minutes more. Then next question. Is that clear? Any questions on that? Okay. Right, I'll erase this screen. Next one. Question number 8. This one put a star because recent papers, A-level papers, frequently they have asked from quantum numbers questions, because this was introduced to the new syllabus in 2011. Before 2011 papers, no quantum numbers. There are 4 quantum numbers, right? You have learned it, right? What are the 4 quantum numbers? N, L, right? Let's see. 4 quantum numbers. So potassium, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1. So this is the configuration of potassium, atomic number 19. 10 plus 8, yeah, 1. So if you take assign, what do they ask here? Set of quantum numbers in the valence electron of potassium. What is the valence electron here? This is the valence electron. Highlight here, valence electron, highlight. You have to be very careful. Valence electron is the outermost electron. This is the valence electron. Valence electron. Please, those who have got the answer, please put the answer to the chat. Valence electron means outermost shell. Outermost shell of an atom is known as, okay, I'll write here, outermost shell is also known as valence shell. Electrons in the valence shell known as valence electron. Outermost shell is equal to valence shell. Electrons in the outermost shell is known as valence electrons. Valence electrons. Right. Some of you have already posted the answer. Very good. Yeah, Dushan, Transirune, Chamaya, Seshan, very good. What about the others? Only 4 of you have posted the answer to the chat so far. Yes? What about the others? What is the principal quantum number? Principal quantum number. N is equal to 4. N equal 4 here. Okay, N equal 4. Then you can see S. What is the L value of L here? Well, that is S orbital. So then L is equal to 0. Then ML also what? 0. ML 0. Then MS will be, spin quantum number will be half. It can be plus half or minus half. Normally we take plus half if they have not mentioned that. So therefore this outermost electron, these are the values. So what is the most correct one? S orbital, the azimuthal quantum number is 0, right? L equals 0 means, this is not a hard one. You have done the basics, right? If you need further explanation, tell me. Answer is third. Very good. Answer is third. Very good. Okay, Chaniti correct. Dinetmi also correct. Very good. Dulnet correct. Seshan correct. Chamaya correct. Ransiloni correct. Dulshan correct. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 of you have also the answer. Right. Then next one. Number 9. I'll erase the screen. 9th MCQ. The set of orbitals in the construction of fifth period in the modern periodic table according to the filling of the electrons. The order of filling electrons. Can you remember the Aufbau principle? Aufbau principle. The order of filling electrons. So 9th one, can you post the answer to the chat? Yes. They are asking the fifth period. Fifth period. Okay, some of you have already posted the answer, 9th one. If you want, you can use even the resource book. They have given, I think, Aufbau principle, right? We have here order of filling electrons. Here. Those who have not got this, please tell me, I'll forward that. Under electronic configuration. Here, can you see in the screen? Resource book, page number 23. Here. This is the order. After 1s, 2s. After 2s, 2p, 3s. Then 3p, like this. Fifth one, they are asking fifth one. How this? Okay, look at this here, fifth one. After 5s, I'll encircle here. After 5s, I'll increase the size here. You have learned this, right? Nothing. After 5s. After 5s, electron get filled into what? 4d. After 3d, 4p, 4s. After that, electron goes to 4d. It goes to here. 4d. After 4d, you get 5p. After 5p you get 6s. So what is the order now? 5s, after 5s 4d, after 4d 5p, after 5p 6s. Who got the correct answer? You have to remember this Aufbau principle. Is the correct order. Let's see the question now. If you want to get mark near the question, refer the resource book, this page, page number 23. Page number 23. Five D, 6p. So this one. Right. 5p, 6s. What is the answer now? Okay, let's see. Some of you have already posted the correct answer. Question number 9. Answer is, most of you have put the second answer. Very good. Dinetmi, Dulshan, Seshan, very good. Chaniti, Ransiluni, Chamaya, very good. Dinetmi, first you have put the first answer, then second, change the second answer. Okay, good. You have understood it now, right? Okay. Look at page resource book also. You can see the answer here. Answer is second. Very good. 5s, 4d, 5e. They don't ask 6x even. Okay. Right. Answer is no, very good. Question number 10. Can you quickly post the answer? 10th MCQ. Which of the following is the correct quantum numbers that describe the electron in 3p orbital? 3p orbital. 3p orbital. What is the value for n? N equal. Okay. Forget about the answer. Don't look at the answer. Okay. Without looking at the answer, you could write the list. Then you can compare which one is correct. Otherwise, you get it's waste of time. Earlier also, without looking at the answers, I directly predicted using the Aufbau principle. Then you can easily get without wasting time. If you don't know exactly the answer, then you can like a Kanashot 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 like that. You have to check. So here n equal 3. Then you can directly omit the most incorrect answer also if you want. If you are not sure about the answer, the first you cut this one. This n cannot be 4 at all. It's not possible at all. Right? Then n equal 3 here. N equal 2 also not possible. 2 also I'll cut here. Right? 2 also I'll erase here. Is that clear? So then out of 2, 3, 5. Remember, forget about the other quantum numbers. If a student is aware that principal quantum number 3p means the principal quantum number n is 3, then you can easily omit the others, no? So that is one method. I mean, if you don't know the answer, you can go for that method and increase the probability of getting this correct. Then we'll go for the L. What is the value for L here? L equal, P means what? L equal, yes, 1, no? L equals 0 is S. Right? L equals 1 means P. L equals 2 means what? D subshell, like that. That you should know. So L equal 1. Then I can again omit one more answer. Which one I can omit? L equal 1. That one I can omit because all three they have got 1, 1, 1. Then ML. What are the possible values for ML? ML you can decide from. ML can have the values from minus L to plus L through 0. -1, 0, +1. That means what? Px, Py, Pz, Px, then Py and Pz. There are 3 orbitals. That's how you get it. Now, this is the answer. Okay. What is the answer now? Which one will be the not permitted for this? -2 is not possible at all. Because of -2, I will omit this answer. Fifth one I will omit because of -2. -2 because of -2 I will omit it. And because of 2 I will omit the fourth answer also. Then I don't need to look at even MS at all. This one also I can omit because of here 2. 2 is not possible for ML. What is the most correct answer then? What is the most correct answer? Answer is second. Answer is second. Answer is correct. Answer is second. That is possible. Is that clear? Okay, let's see those who got the correct answer. Answer is second. 10th second. Chamika correct, Dinatmi correct, Seshan correct, Chamaya correct, Dulnath correct. Very good. I think this part you okay, no? The Chaniti correct, Dulshan correct. Very good, excellent. Okay, this one all are correct. Very good. So the content numbers you are okay, right? Most of you all are okay, right. Okay. Then question number 11 onwards. Question number 11 onwards. Next page. Shall I erase this? 11th MCQ. This one you need the increase in order of the first ionization energy. Increase in order highlight, first ionization energy highlight. Actually, first ionization energy, if you take, okay, since you are given the periodic table, you can refer the periodic table also for this. If you know the position of the elements, so check whether they belong to the same, period or the same group. Period, the position of the elements matters here. Position of the element matters here. Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. You can use zigzag pattern here. You can put two right ticks like this. So even you can use two right ticks like this. Long line you put 3 dots. Each long line you put 3 dots. Here also each long line you put. Okay, that one I'll mark it a different color. Is the next right tick. I'll highlight this long line, 3 dots. The other long line, 3 dots. Right. Then you can easily decide the 3 dots. So altogether 6 elements now. Then you extend this bit more. Then you can get the rest. Group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now group 1. Okay, what are the elements? So do they belong to the same period? Yes, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Okay, so if you arrange them in the increase in order of first ionization energy. So here lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. Now let's arrange them in the increase in order, lowest to highest. Low out of okay, which one? Neon is not given, right? Only from lithium to fluorine. Lowest will be out of all these. What? Which one has the lowest? Lithium, no? Lithium lowest. After that, you get boron. After boron, you get beryllium. Beryllium to boron, there's a drop. After beryllium, you get carbon. After carbon, you get nitrogen. After carbon, you get nitrogen. After nitrogen, you get oxygen. After carbon, you get oxygen. After oxygen, you get nitrogen. Then you get fluorine. What is the correct one? Yes, what is the correct one? Who has put the correct answer now? 11th, okay, first, second, third, right. Let's see who has put the correct answer. What is the correct answer here? Highest fluorine, lowest lithium. So that there's no choice. Then remember, this is the turning point. Group 2 to 3 there's a drop. Group 2 to 3 there's a drop. And group 5 to 6 there's a drop. That means oxygen comes before nitrogen. So these are the two things you should notice here. Oxygen comes before nitrogen. Oxygen comes before nitrogen. Right? Oxygen comes before nitrogen. And boron comes after lithium, boron. After lithium, boron. After lithium, boron. Lithium, boron, beryllium, carbon. Lithium, boron, beryllium, then carbon, oxygen. I think answer is first one, right? Answer is first, right? How many of you got the correct answer? Carbon, then oxygen, then after the nitrogen. Because that's a drop in 5 to 6. Please notice that I'll tell today, I don't have time. I'll tell why that happens here. Group 2 to 3, there's a drop. That means group 3 comes before 2. That you have to notice. And group 6 comes before group 5. This order you have to remember. Others the same, no change. Let's see answers. Yeah, most of you have put the first one. Question number 11. Some of you put wrong answers. This. Chaniti correct, Ransiluni correct, Dulshan correct, Seshan and Chamaya, please check again. Did you understand why it's wrong? Seshan and Dulnet also. Because nitrogen has P3 half fill configuration, nitrogen P3 half fill configuration, P3, right? And oxygen P4, P3 configuration is more stable than P4. P3 configuration, half filled configuration of nitrogen is more stable than P4 oxygen. So here what happened, S2 configuration, beryllium and boron, S2P1, that is less stable than S2. S2 is more stable group 2. That's why this the stability of the configuration matters here. Okay. Then next one. It's already 10:30 now. Shall we continue the rest next day? Okay, so next day I'll completely pay attention to the papers. Now at least these two papers, can you come now? This paper, how many MCQs are there? This paper there are 40 MCQs. At least this paper can you complete by next week, and if possible next paper also, the revision number 2, that is from the first question is very easy. All the possible ones, if you have not done the bonding part, that's all right. The other things you can do, no? Yeah, second one mainly from secondary interactions. Second paper from revision number 2 from secondary interactions, but the revision number 1 mainly from the general chemistry, except the structure is a part. Please try to do this next week because you have the paper now. Okay, right? Then I'll continue the rest next week at the same time. Right? Okay, then good night everyone, and God bless you all. Right, so see you all then next Friday, next Thursday, the same time. If you have any questions, you can send a request to chat. And if you need any of this resource book or any other things or related to the resources, tell me if you miss anything. Right. Okay, then good night everyone, and God bless you. Right.